Hey, my friends. Hope you're all doing great. I am just going to... great. Just pop it over to there. Okay, we are playing some Luminous Arise. Good to see you. Game of the Year 2025 right here. Awesome. PNP. Great to have you, pal. I'm still a little crestfallen that Indiana Jones got no nomination in Game of the Year. I think that's crazy. I think people have just forgotten about it because it came out in December of last year, and we all know that those games get ignored. I think we're about to see it again, even though there's a lot of controversy over that Miles character in Metroid Prime 4. I think we're about to see it again. I think Metroid Prime 4 might be the best game of 2025. I don't know. I haven't started playing it yet, but judging by past experiences with Metroid Prime, I can't wait to play that game. So it just goes to show you that the timing on the Game Awards are a little suspect, I think. First to the egg, Jack Hopkins. Wonderful. I love to see it. Good to see you, Delks and Sam. Sam, are you Forks? Are you 4VX? I'm just going to slide this over so I can see it a little bit better here. There we go. Dartaz first in the room on Twitch. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. Thank you for subscribing and for following the channels. I see you, Hole and Dan Sog, Matt Marchand, Hip Hop Dan, Jack Hopkins. All right, let's go, you guys. Let's play some Luminous Arise. This is something I've been very excited to jump into. I've been hearing nothing but great things. Tetsuya Mizuguchi is the guy that runs Enhance. They worked on Rez and Tetris Effect Connected, two of the best experiential, what is it called, synesthesia? You know, video games and imagery that sort of merges music and visuals to create a transcendent experience. It's wonderful. Okay, here we go. Let's agree. Whoa, you guys reading all that? Okay. There we go. Oh, yeah, there you go. The EPN Discord server's voice chat. I haven't figured out how to incorporate all of that stuff, man. I gotta get Blake back. I need some help from Blake. All right, let's go on a journey. Let's start right here. I am an anticipated rookie. We're going right from the beginning. Good to see you, Stephen Mnemonic. I call it Lumines, not Lumines. D9000. What do you guys call it? I call it Lumines. I guess it's luminous. All right, you guys, let's go. Normal. Dissonance. No, I know how to play this. Here we go. I'm rusty, okay? I've been playing every other video game known to man in 2025, so I'm a little rusty on my puzzle gaming skills. So, you know, you can shout at me from the chat there, but just go easy on me, okay? Got to get my skills back. I did play this for a little bit on the. It felt right to play this on a handheld, so I loaded this onto the LIX, the ROG LIX, and it was a good fit on that. But I didn't. I wanted to stream it right off of the PC. There really isn't a visual setting, I noticed. It's like trippy 2D visuals. This game also works in VR. You buy it once and you can play it in VR. And because MetaQuest and now the PSVR 2 both work with Steam, there's a bunch of different ways that you can play this. I actually booted up my MetaQuest 3 yesterday because Deadpool VR is coming, which I don't have yet. I don't know how the hell to stream it, but I'm definitely going to play it, and I'll definitely tell you guys about it. I wish they made it a little easier to stream VR on MetaQuest. filling this up already. I'm gonna get a lot of accidental combos. I'm not competent enough in my Lumines skills right now to kind of plan moves ahead yet. But one of the things you're gonna recognize as this goes on is the music just keeps building and gets more and more entrancing, more hypnotic. I love the way these guys make games. Tetsuya Mizuguchi, Sega legend, worked on Sega Rally. I think that's his game. I think he conceived it. And Space Channel 5. I'm sure a lot of you guys know some of the other work that he was a part of. But he's a super, super nice guy. I've had the pleasure of talking with him a few times over the years. Just a really, really charming, friendly, super talented human being with a clear vision, you know, for what he wanted to do with his career. I mean, he could have been we could be playing Sega Rally 10, which wouldn't be such a bad thing, but he wanted to pursue this synesthesia kind of vision that he had. And Tetris Effect Connected is arguably one of the, I don't know, just most satisfying, trippy, most beautiful gaming experiences that exists. So if you haven't picked up Tetris Effect Connected, it's on everything. It's a great Switch game. That's one to definitely get. Great VR game. And Lumines was one of the standout experiences on the PSP when it launched. And it was one of those games where you could hand the machine, just like Tetris on Game Boy, you could hand the machine to anybody and say, check out how far we've come, and this is a game for anyone. Have a good time. And I think those kinds of games are very important. All right, here we go. Uh-oh. 10 minutes to crashing out. Ah! I'm probably missing a million things which you guys are seeing. Come on. Can't really blink when you play this. Oh, geez. Oh, no. Oh, my God. I'm living on a nice edge here. I gotta get some in the middle. Ah! Ooh. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh no. Oh! I thought I would go down on the okay, cool. Alright, can't wait for this game to come to Xbox. I'm an idiot saying, where's the destroyer block? I don't know. Is it music created specifically for the game, or is it licensed track? Slow Clap's asking. Created specifically for the game. there really isn't an option. Like the only options I saw was you could join the Discord, the Lumines Discord, the enhanced Discord. I'll just pause that. Oh wait, okay, wait a second. Oh, I was wrong. At the front end there wasn't this though. No stress Luminous. These are settings for people who want to play Luminous more casually. Okay. Graphics, borderless. Oh, let's go. We can go maximum. Let's go very high. There we go. Apply. Okay. Controls. I think we're good. Okay. Resume. I don't know if that's changed anything visually. Plays a little bit like Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Anybody play that back in the day on the Sega Genesis? There we go. Ooh, I missed. Just like I just did. You can drop a couple without wanting to, without realizing it. You guys can dance at home. It's all good. I hope some of you are dancing. There we go. Oh! Right. God, this is beautiful. We've come a long way since Tetris on the Game Boy. No, and that was no shade on Tetris on the Game Boy. That was amazing. But you guys know what I'm saying. Next time I'm out, I'll read some of your comments. You guys can give me your tips and tricks. Some tells me we got ringers in the the chat. So every move you make, you're adding to the music as well. It's just so clever. You cannot blink, though. This is a non-blinking experience. Oh, 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 oh. Did I go my next level? Ah! Oh. Weesh. This is a trip. Oh no! Yes! Oh yeah, baby! I don't know what I just did, but I did it. This will be nice. Tasty! There we go. Yes. Hell yeah. Shit. There we go. rad as hell. Welcome to my rave, everybody. Monday morning rave. Good Monday morning. We are gonna dance. I mean, honestly, we should just start this every Monday. Should we just make this the tradition? We just get up and boogie? Let's do it. Yes. Yeah, these guys are geniuses. Oh my god. Look at, they're little dancing astronauts. What? Oh my god. Did not see this mentioned in the Game of the Year nominees. So cool. Oh yeah. Oh, I just missed that. What a trip! Oh my god. This is so freaking rad. So far, this is my favorite level. Yes. Oh no. Oh. Sweet! Oh my god. Yeah, I haven't been able to blink. This game is amazing on all the headsets. Awesome. Awesome Tatum said that. We got a little Christmas ball thing going right now.
When the light leaves my eyes, and the dark keeps me blind. When the world is black and white.
1 second here. Go away. All right.
You're the one who's steady, like the clouds move above me. You're the heaven in my reach.
It's chill, but not chill. You know what I'm saying? Oh no. Goodness. Wow. Whoa! Oh, God. All right. Oh, my God. Oh, I'm right at the top. Oh my God. Oh crap. Oh my God. Holy Christ. Ah! I would like to breathe. Woo. Ow! Woo! Okay. I'm like crying because I can't blink. I got a D? Oh, I did terribly. I don't know what I did wrong. Oh, you got it personalized? Don't know what it... Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry you didn't get the notification, but great to have you here, Noya. Take it easy and have some edibles, Slow Clap says. Okay, here we go. Next area. Let's do it. Do we start from nothing, or do I have all my stuff up there? I think I got all my things are there. Oh, no. Okay, here we go. I got a full board. I don't know what I'm not doing right yet. Oh, I'm out. That's it. Oh, I wasn't pressing the right control. It's D-pad only, this one. Oh, I'm so screwed. So done for. How am I gonna get out of this? Oh my God. I'm hooked. I got nowhere to move. Oh my God. Oh, I'm so done. That's it. That's it. Oi! Lewis A90's remembering columns. What's your favorite? Oh, thank you, I'm an idiot. What's your favorite puzzle game? This is from the same developer of Tetris Effect. I love that game, Noya. That's absolutely right. What are you guys telling me? How much is it? It's $40 on the PS5. This is amazing. Vic's eyes held open like Malcolm McDowell at Clockwork Orange. Mr. Calavera, it's absolutely that. Oh, Aesop, you defeated pneumonia. Oh my God, man. I hope you're doing all right. Welcome back. It's good to see everybody. All right, I'm going to try this again, but I'm going to try it so I'm not, like, screwed right from the very beginning of this level here. Here we go. Robert Tolan is here. I buy physical. I'm so done for. How am I going to get totally, right? You can quote me on that. That was nuts. Am I playing it correctly? Am I missing something, guys? Let me know in the comments. And I want to know your favorite puzzle games of all time. And hopefully Luminous is up there. Oh. I don't think I've ever streamed a puzzle game before. Did I stream some Tetris Effect Connected? Ah. Oh, damn it. What's happening? What a trip! Cannot blink. Eyes are tearing up. Trippy. This is so beautiful, isn't it? Mr. Calavera wants me to play Freebird. Look, guys, we are just along for this acid trip of a game, okay? I don't know where they're taking us to next. Just get comfy until the music starts thumping and then just start dancing, okay? That's what we're doing today. Dance Break Mondays. The game does not take requests. The game takes us on a magic carpet ride. I mean, this is museum stuff here. This is like, yeah, this just goes into MoMA in New York and like, it just makes sense. So sick and tired of people saying that video games, like, I don't play video games. Like, come on. This is for everybody. It turned from apples to tomatoes and lettuce. We're having lunch now. Back to apples. Uh-oh. Oh man, it's easy to get hypnotized by the art and kind of get screwed by it a little bit. I think that's part of the challenge of the game. Ay. Damn it. Like, I can't think because I'm making salads. There we go. That's what I needed. They're clearing leaves outside if you guys hear the sound of heavy machinery right now. jeez. Oh, I'm screwed. Oh, I went the wrong way. Now they're... Oh my god. Peppers and broccoli. I made this salad last night. Ah! Okay. That got insane. Enhance is in here. What? Oh, that's amazing. Welcome. Oh, Enhance, so great to see you. You guys made an incredible game. And thank you for sharing a code. That's so cool. All right, let's go. Let's play some more. LT and L2 and R2 to use burst. All right, thank you. Let's go. When at 50 max. Okay. All right, okay. I didn't do the tutorial, and clearly I should have. I'm playing from muscle memory. Starting with apples and limes. There we go, there we go. Great. Nice. So I can hit... Oh, and it slows it down. Okay, I get you, I get you. Oh, that's handy. That's cool. I feel so high right now. Like, what is the difference between being baked out of your mind and this? Not much. There's tomatoes flying in my way. That's amazing. I'm microdosing on Lumines right now. Wow. This is wonderful. Good Lord. I have not played anything else in 2025 quite like this. This is for all of us taking our vegetables for granted. This is the eat your vegetables damn it level of Luminous Arise right now. I love it. Hey, I was a teenager once. JBJ. All right, now we're back in the club. Let's go. John Wick's gonna start coming out and popping some heads right now here. Okay. Opening the blade. Bloodbath. Yeah, man. Hell yes. This is awesome. Was this nominated for Best Soundtrack of 2025? It's getting a little trickier. Oh, this is so cool. Damn right, we're gonna burst it. Let's go. I love when the publisher comes in and tells you how to play the game. I wish more of them would do that. This is funky as hell. Oh! Right on. Boots and pants and boots and pants. Check off it. It's truly that. I love it. Hold on, my headphone popped out. 1 second. Oh, I'm only hearing it in one ear. Oh, it can't have that. 1 second. This is a stereo game. 1 sec. There it is. Oh. I blew it. Okay, there we go. Freaking iguana time. Yes. Funky iguana time. Thank you guys. If your parents are alive, tell them you love them, first of all. But play this game with them. And send me the videos of that. And if there are grandparents that you could play this with, please send me the videos of that. I want to see that. Yes. Oh, damn. Okay. This is amazing. Soundtrack to Monkey Man happening right now. This is awesome. Oh shit, that's getting fast. Okay. Take a breath. I like take a breath mode in this game. Ay, caramba. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Oh my lord, I love this. I don't know what I'm doing, but I love it! Where's my... Okay, there it is. Honestly, did this get best soundtrack? Because, like, what are we doing here? Ah! Oh my god. Oh, they're chameleons. I'm so like you can't blink. Oh my lord, this is so good. It did not. It missed the cutoff. 7-11. Oh, that sucks. The music slaps. It's incredible, isn't it? Piss Fist. So good. No best music score or music in the Game Awards at all. Or this one is not in there. I'm freaking crying. It's so you can't. It's intense, and there's so much visual stimulation. You can't close your eyes. It's crazy. What a game. Okay, we're definitely playing a little more. Is that cool with you guys? Thank you, Frank Grimes. Mr. Calavera, Great Circle got a Best Acting. If Troy doesn't win, we riot. And Best Action Adventure nom, that's excellent. And but it's up against Ghosts of Yotei and Death Stranding 2, which are in Game of the Years. Okay, here we go. I just don't think enough people played Indiana Jones. I think they played maybe a few levels of it. It was, you know, it was a tough challenge that they made that game, but they made it, and it's so authentic and so unique, and it honored like Indiana Jones adventure games from LucasArts. It's just such an incredible achievement, man. There's nothing else quite like that game. And the marriage of Troy and Harrison in the game, like honoring so much work and doing it so well. But oh well. Life goes on, Indy. Boom. Sad to see the box office of The Running Man. It's not an awesome movie. It's a good movie, but it deserved more box office than it got because there's some good work in it, and it's kind of a bomb, which sucks. Hollywood's in a weird place, man. Oh. Oh no! Out again! Alright, let's try again. Oh, maybe I'm not out. Going to the next level? I think we're good. Oh, okay, good. A reboot of an old movie won't sell these days. Abdi 11. Well, Dune was a little different. 21 Jump Street was a little bit different, but that was a few years ago. These days, a reboot of an old movie. They're doing them less and less because they've done them all. Like, they've gone into the 80s and 90s to the catalogs, and they've just done them all. Didn't Freakier Friday... Well, that's a sequel. I think that did pretty good. It's been a while since we've had, like, a legit reboot. 7-Eleven says they're running out of movies to rehash. Quotes on running. I like that. Revisiting Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters, well, they're kind of sequels, though. Frankenstein was great. Yeah, that was a very cool movie. The numbers would suggest the only thing that will sell these days is a reboot, remake, or comic book movie and nothing else. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting to... I haven't had time to kind of reflect on the financial success of movies through this year. But it would be interesting. I do feel that exhaustion on IP is a real thing. It's a real thing. Like, there's just such a cynicism about it, and the audiences are so savvy and so, you know, loaded with choice that unless your idea is astoundingly original, it's, no matter what it is, it's going to be hard to get people out to leave their cocoons. I'm seeing the new Wicked movie tonight, though. I really enjoy it. I know that, I mean, Jesus, we're playing Lumines, so anything goes at this point. But it's not like a traditional EP thing, you know? Like, traditionally we like a lot of genre stuff, but I'm a big fan of musicals. I really enjoy them. And I didn't know the Wicked musical. Of course, I know The Wizard of Oz. But I really like the movie. That first movie was great, and so I'm hopeful that this part 2 is really fun as well. And I saw an early screening of the first Wicked movie, and I said this in my review, and it was loaded with hyper fans, and they were going crazy. They were singing along. They knew all the words and the dialogue, and they were just having the time of their life. And that made such a huge difference, and that's precisely what we're missing by not pushing for more theatrical experiences. It's such a thrill to go to the theater and everybody's having a great time. It's such a privilege, you know? But we are so saturated. We have so many fun things at home. I don't know what's happening here. I'm losing it. Last movie I thoroughly enjoyed the theaters was Godzilla -1. That was incredible. Yeah, that was an amazing movie. Well, Predator Badlands, man. I hope you guys have gone to go see that. That's a hell of an experience in the theater. Gungun, NBC is doing a huge push for the movie. The Peacock has wicked colors for the month, Gungun says. That's cool. I hope it's great. Streaming is killing theaters just like Blockbuster died. It's changing it, absolutely. But did you guys go see Predator Badlands? I mean, that is absolutely a theatrical experience. Like, that's one to go to the movies, and preferably in the loudest screen you can find, because the sound in that movie is insane. Sure. Let's try this. Theaters are expensive. They are. They are expensive, but they're an evening out. And I feel like we're living in a society that's more and more increasingly isolated in their homes. We're having everything delivered to us, our whole life experience. We go to, you know, a lot of people are still going to jobs and offices and stuff, or factories or whatever, and then coming home. But, you know, getting out is such a huge part of life. And I'm not saying this just to you guys. It's from reminding myself as well. It's one of the reasons why I love reviewing movies on EP, and why I endeavor to get out at least once or twice a week to go and see stuff. It's just good. It's healthy. You know, it's great to be around other people and to share an experience like that. It's so freaking important. Every time you leave the house, man, like last night, perfect example. My wife and I picked up some sushi for the family, and we were at a sushi restaurant, and I just felt a presence behind me, and I turned around. It's a cop. It's a Vancouver police cop. And I'm like, it's always a little uncomfortable when there's a cop like right behind you. It's like, oh, I got jumped a little bit. It's like, hey, how you doing? And I happen to know some police officers. I went to high school with them. And I said, hey, you don't happen to know my two friends? And he didn't, because he's new. He was only on the force for a year. And then he said, do you do that video game show? And I went, yeah, that's me, and I introduced myself and stuff. And he said he's playing games. He was talking about Call of Duty. He bought Battlefield 6 instead of Call of Duty. And then he said, you still go to Fan Expo? And I went, yeah, I went to Fan Expo a lot last year. I didn't make it out to any of the events this year, but I went a lot last year. He said, because I met you about 10 years ago or whatever at Fan Expo when I was a little kid, and you probably don't remember me. And I didn't, but it was just really charming. It was really nice. And and that's not just like to pat myself on the back or anything like that. It's just like, I didn't expect that experience. I didn't expect to run into someone. I didn't expect to have that engagement with a person. And it was just a really nice chat. Of course there's an ego boost there that, he watched the show and is a fan of games and all that stuff. That feels good too. But just that interaction, that the improvised, out of nowhere, out of the blue, wouldn't have happened if I didn't leave. Like if we had just called for sushi and had it delivered, that would not exist, that moment. And it was a good little moment for me. I don't know. I can't speak for the guy, but it was nice. It was a nice interaction. And I just, every time I leave, it's like that. Every time I leave, there's something that is, even on a crappy rainy day, and boy, do we get a lot of those in the fall in Vancouver. But, you pop in for a coffee somewhere, you walk down the street, you say hello to somebody. It's just so bloody important. It's so good. Oh, Ron Cinephile. It's really nice, man. And, back then, this is incredible. You guys have no idea how cool this is to be able to chat with y'all, to be able to play games and hang out and reminisce and talk with you guys. We made TV for 20 years. I never did that. I mean, I'd be in chat groups and things like that, and on the forums on the old EP website and on the G4 website, and I'd read some feedback and stuff. And then we started to post to YouTube, and we get some comments and things. But we just were a TV-first production company, and so we were in our little bubble, our little silo, making our stuff all the time. And then I'd have interactions at fan expos or on the street or whatever. People were watching the material. And it was always like, wow, people watch. This is so freaking cool, And I've been very, very, very privileged to have had a lot of really nice comments and a lot of nice support for my work for a long time. But it's also really cool now to have this real-time connection with you guys. This is something I would have only dreamed about. So this is wicked, but it will be even more wicked. No, I'm not trying to promote the movie Wicked, okay? But it will be even more fantastic when I see some of you guys at the next thing that I can get to, because it's really a treat and a nice trip to put names to faces and shake hands and hang out a little bit. It's the best. When I met your daughter, I felt so really old. Josh, was that last year? Because, man, the years are like 10 years, it feels like. It's crazy how fast time flies. Oh, my God. When you have kids, it's unbelievable. Anyways, all right, let's get back to Luminous. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for hitting that sub button and the follow button and supporting what we do on EP at Toronto Fan Expo. Yeah, I had such a good time last year. All right, here we go. go. This is the game where you can feel like you're acing it, and you've just done a kick-ass move, and then the next move is like, oh my god, I totally effed that right up. Things change quickly in the world of Luminous. Oh yeah, baby. Knock them all out. Let's go. Yes. What an amazing game. It's tough because the team at Enhance, they've already made the perfect puzzle game with Tetris Effect connected. This is also perfect. But it's, you know, when you do something that's so remarkable, like the Tetris Effect, it's just hard to, and Rez is also right up there too. It's just like, well, how do you keep just killing it like this, you know? But if this was from a different publisher, if this was from a different group of people, be a revelation. Like, people would be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe this is out there." But these guys, it's like to be expected from this company, and it's remarkable. It's so entrancing. And there's a real game here too, you know, it's not just pretty pictures. I'm done. There's no way. How am I gonna get out of this? No. Screwed. No. No. Oh my god. How would I survive? There's no way. Okay, I'm done. All right. Omnislash hasn't played this since the PSP. Oh man, remember those days? Wasn't the PSP perfect? What an incredible system that was. They're little Earths, Jack Hopkins. I'm tripping balls here, Mr. Gallagher. All right, here we go. It's all right. Pissfist, thank you so much. I'm the cop's name was Ethan, and I told him about the YouTube channel. He didn't know that I was still doing all this stuff, and so hopefully Ethan ends up showing up here one day. But he was a super nice guy, and we both agreed that Call of Duty went crazy this year. Call of Duty is insane. I don't know if you guys have been... some of you, I think, watched the... I streamed the whole campaign, pretty much. They went crazy. And Battlefield 6, they went right back to basics. There couldn't be a better study in contrasts than those two mega franchises. It was their destiny. It was their density is what it was. Vita was underappreciated. Yes, agreed. But the PSP was better. The PSP was, you know, for its time, let's make that concession. The PSP was such a level up on what handhelds could do. It was dumbfounding. Like, it was such a big leap. I've said this before, but I pitched our broadcast partners, Rogers, on a whole show dedicated to the PSP. Like a weekly show just around the PSP. I didn't even talk to Sony about it. I just said, this machine is so cool. There's so many things you can do with it. We should make a show based around the PSP. Because remember, Sony was putting movies and everything on it? I know it all looks so antiquated now, but at the time it was like, oh my, this is the future! This is it! This thing can do everything! Nobody bought it. No, it sold well. But not well enough against the Nintendo, you know, juggernaut of being smart with the pricing and the power and the battery life and the, you know, and the games that you could play. It's not always about the power of the hardware and the flexibility of the hardware. It's what the devs can do with it and how long people can play it before they have to charge it again. I think we're gonna see that old credo tested again with the Steam machine. I think that's gonna do very well. It ain't always about the power. Sometimes it's all about that convenience. Oh, I could have done more with that. Rumored price of the Steam machine is $500. 7-Eleven. I think it's going to come in low. I think there's people predicting $1,000. I don't think it's going to be $1,000. I think it's going to be priced close to what the Steam Deck is in terms of value. Steam Deck is arguably the best value machine there is right now. I mean, it's a PC. What can you get a refurbished Steam Deck currently for? Like $300? It's a PC. You could do all your work on it. You could just get a keyboard and a monitor and a mouse, and you can do anything you want on that thing. And play a lot of games. Oh my God, I'm done. Oh my Lord, I'm done. No. Oh my God. No. Ah, so good. And hot take, Switch 2 is still the best console. Yeah, I agree. Because you got all the Switch 1 functionality, and you got all these new Switch 2 games. It's crazy. 500 US. John Yamtov, so in reality, $549 Steam Deck OLED or $599 Steam Deck at 512 gigabytes. I see Steam Machine 512 and 2 terabytes will be only $50 away from the Steam Deck OLED. Huh. Interesting. So what does a base Steam Deck cost right now? I don't know why the ranking registration is failing here. Yeah, Switch 2 has proven itself in its first year, 100%. It's a fantastic machine. When we saw Cyberpunk 2077 running so well on the Switch 2, that was a pretty damn big, illuminating moment right there. Like first launch, like a launch third-party game with a tremendous amount of technical sort of requirements asked from it, and it runs very well. Not as good as the best hardware out there, not as good as the PS5 Pro, but very well. And you can play it on the bus. That's a pretty big freaking deal. Steam Deck OLED 550. Or do they only sell the OLED right now? Do they not? Did they stop selling the the LCD machine? Oh, okay. So they've pivoted everything to OLED. That's cool. So that bodes well for Steam Deck too. It will likely be an OLED machine. Well, you can get a used Steam Deck, and it's the same guts as what's in the Steam Deck OLED. It's gonna, except it doesn't have the 90 hertz screen, and it's not OLED. But you can get a used LCD OLED Steam Deck, and I mean that's just a hell of a bargain. You're gonna be able to play what, 70% of the stuff that's on Steam or something like that, or 65% of the stuff that's on Steam. And do a whole lot more. This would be a great Steam Deck experience. There's something about, I mean, it's going to be amazing no matter where you play, but there's something about it that, because of its PSP roots, it just feels like a perfect fit for handheld. Put on some headphones and just bliss out on a long flight. Fantastic.
We were searching for a brand new start. Hesitated when the sky felt dark. I was scared of dreaming too far.
Ah!
When your head is a hurricane and you can't dwell on your mistakes, gotta forget yesterday and just sail away. When your head is a hurricane and the sun shines through the rain, gotta forget yesterday and just sail away. You sail away. And just sail away. When your head is a hurricane and you can't dwell on your mistakes, gotta forget yesterday and just sail away. When your head is a hurricane and you can't dwell on your mistakes, gotta forget yesterday and just sail away. When your head is a hurricane and the sun shines through the rain, gotta forget yesterday and just sail away. You sail away. And just sail away. Hurricane through the rain. Yesterday, sail away.
Come on. Nice. Oh! thought I got a whole bunch of them out. I did not. Oh, that's tough. This is so good. Abdi is finished with Dragon Quest III Remake and waiting for Metroid Prime 4. Amazing. Mr. Calavera says, Oscars now do 10 films. They need to increase the category as well for Game of the Year. Maybe, man, I can lock in on Tetris like nobody's business, but my brain doesn't get Luminous. Andy, you just gotta, it's a little bit of a lateral game, right? Because you can move stuff all the way across, and sometimes it's way more forgiving than Tetris as well. Like, sometimes a mistake leads to great things in Luminous, and you kind of just gotta go with the flow. This is an amazing game, though, God. It's just good to have it, Luminous back.
We were searching for a brand new start. Hesitated when the sky felt dark. I was scared of dreaming, felt too far.
Sail away.
When your head is a hurricane and you can't dwell on your mistakes, gotta forget yesterday and just sail away. When your head is a hurricane and the sunshine through the rain, gotta forget yesterday and just sail away. Oh, you sail away. Oh, and just sail away.
Hey, hey.
When your head is a hurricane and you can't dwell on your mistakes, gotta forget yesterday and just sail away. When your head is a hurricane and you can't dwell on your mistakes, gotta forget yesterday and just sail away. When your head is a hurricane and the sunshine through the rain, gotta forget yesterday and just sail away. You sail away.
There you go.
And just sail away. Hurricane through the rain. Yesterday, sail away.
Sweet. Nolan, this is such a blast. Great to have you here. Now let's get funky again. We spent our day tripping at the beach, just chilling. Now we're gonna trip at the club for a while. The club. retro, luminous music and sound effects right now. Very PSP. Oh! Oh! Stuff's coming down too quick. Oh, I can slow things down for myself. Yes. Oh, Jesus. What's happening? Wyack, good to hear from you. Thank you for the super chat. There we go. Oh! That's it. Nice. Still in touch with Tommy? I am. Yeah, he's been kicking butt. He's been traveling, and he's backgammon pro now, believe it or not. But yeah, we touch base all the time. There was something he did an intro. I think he was on the back of a motorcycle for one of the reviews on the run, and it made me. I was laughing so much at the intro. He said, "What do you say? When I'm not riding on the back of a big fat hog," and there was a woman that was working at the motorcycle shop that we shot that at, and she keeps a straight face until he says, "When I'm not kicking back riding on a big fat hog," and then she could just see the little corner of her mouth curl up, and she almost broke, and that made me like laugh so much. So I clipped it and I texted it to him. I said, "You're making me cry here, man. This is amazing." He was a great host on the show, huh? Like, people are watching Classic EP right now. Every week we are premiering a new episode from our earlier seasons, and soon reviews on the run, by the way. And just watching him work, he's such a good host. Didn't always agree on the opinions. His takes were sometimes maddening for me, and mine for him. But man, he was fun. It's fun on the show. Aye. Oh no. These jellyfish got it out for me. Ah. Oh, I didn't do the thing here. I'm not. Gundam Freedom's asking about my thoughts on Eurogamer's 2 out of 5 score for Arc Raiders. I gave it an 8.5 out of 10. The AI stuff does bother me. It really does. I don't want jobs going away. I really worry about concept artists, and it's a huge topic. It really does. But that game is great. That game is great. It's so freaking fun. And the way I feel about it is that I don't want developers to be taking the path to hiring less people and using AI in their place. But I've been interviewing game developers about their use of AI in their games, in different contexts, since 1995. So I know that game developers think of digital tools and the idea of AI differently than a lot of other people do. There's a pragmatism to how they're going to get all of this stuff done. They have a tremendous amount of items to tick off on a milestone board. And so they're always looking at the most efficient and effective ways to get their dreams realized. I think AI is going to be an ingredient in that for a lot of different creative companies. But I also think that leaders at these companies need to really appreciate the deep concerns that everybody has about AI becoming a component of the creativity. And I feel like there's better messaging that should be happening from these companies in their employment of AI and their use of AI. And it shouldn't be so cold, and it shouldn't be so dismissive of concerns around it, or people feeling like they're helpless to find work in this space because of it. So that's one aspect of it. But I also feel like, the AI corporations who are all busy trying to prop up their stock prices and get very wealthy right now, maybe should be reflecting on how they're discussing it and how they're tooling it and how they're selling it for use in these different businesses. And it should be more presented as if it's a pencil, as opposed to it being the finished product that will get published, which I think is what we're seeing a lot of right now. So we're seeing a lot of copycat BS where they're taking, original work and then they're repurposing it with AI and publishing that. So people are doing that and companies are doing that. They're just goofing around with the tools. And they're suggesting that that's going to be the final sort of copy of a lot of this stuff. And I think we should, as a society, really think of AI as something that can be useful, but isn't the finished product. Can be an element of creative prototyping, but isn't the thing we are going to ship. And I think that maybe AI can be used to build sort of the some of the skeletal systems of an idea, and then as it's taking shape, you actively go out and are very public with the idea that you are hiring humans to do the actual work. So I think there's going to be a real backlash. I think there's going to be a lot of suspicion around what is created by humans and what is created by robots. And there's going to be a lot of people saying, nope, not into it. So I understand that score and that fear, that concern, and I share it. And I thought about making a comment in my review, but my reviews are being, I'm purposefully trying to make an episode of reviews on the run, so I'm not getting into every single topic on every single game. And that was one of the things that I backtracked away from. I started to go down the road and I said, I don't think I want to talk about this because it's not really the game. That's more of a podcast discussion than a review, I feel. So I understand all that, but yeah, I think that the game companies and the film studios and the TV studios and the commercial studios, everybody that's sort of toying around with using AI right now should start to make some clear delineation on how they're going to use it and how they're going to talk about how they use it, and with a real conscious effort to be empathetic to people's concerns and fears. Like, I thought it was just heinous that Square Enix announced all those layoffs and then said, and the other thing is by 2027, 60% of our, I don't know what the percent was, and I'm paraphrasing, is going to be done, our QA is going to be handled by AI. And it's like, okay, well, that was tone deaf as hell. You just laid off a whole bunch of people, you uprooted so many people's lives here, and then you're going to tell current employees that their jobs are really precarious too. I was just like, what kind of, who's thinking there? That's awful. And I think it's a lot of stumbling and bumbling right now. I think there's a lot of that. And a lot of it is based around this, like we're all so interconnected financially on the success of AI. But I don't want AI making all our movies and TV shows and video games and music. And sure, we can use AI as a way to get stuff done a little bit quicker. But let's keep our art to human made, man. I want to know that human creativity was a part of the stuff that's moving me, It's not just content. It's art. Anyways, soapbox rant off. So I did think about making some comment, but honestly, I'm a little unclear about exactly how much AI was employed in Arc Raiders and how much they utilized it as the framework, and then they went back and hired, because I think it was voice acting, I think they went back and hired voice actors for the lines as well. I think we're going to start to see licensed voices that are from AI, that are official, the people that license their voice for something will make some money if that licensed voice is used. And so there will be some sort of copyright around that stuff, because otherwise I think we're in for a lot of nasty legal fights. There's going to be a lot of voices that sound like famous people, and they're going to hire lawyers, and they're going to go after some of these companies that try to do stuff like that. And I love companies like DC and Nintendo. DC Comics and Nintendo have said we're not going to be working with AI. And it's not all altruistic. I think it's about how do you manage the copyright. If you're letting machines scrape the internet, how do you know if it's legit? If you throw in some AI whatever, an AI piece of music or AI voice or AI concept art or background art. It's crazy. But AI is going to be a useful thing. I have used AI to do a little bit of sound cleanup on some of my video edits, and it's saved me a ton of time. I'm using Adobe right now. Not crazed about having a stupid monthly subscription, but they do have some AI tools that are pretty damn handy. But I'm not using AI to write stuff. I make it up as I go along. You guys know that, right? Like, I think it's pretty clear when you see my reviews, but I don't have a script when I'm out there. Never have. I just go and I have some notes or some mental ideas of what I want to express, but I don't write a script. It comes from the heart. It comes from the moment, from like my thoughts on this stuff. And I try to keep it less about like how you play the game and more how the game made me feel. Because you can get the how to play the game from guides and instruction books. It is going to get nuts, though, man. It's going to get harder and harder to believe what we see, isn't it? I find myself, because we're all watching these damn short videos, they have our attention. But I find myself whenever I'm watching like an animal rescue another animal or something like that, or a human rescue somebody, anything. It's like, did that really happen? Was that manufactured? But the algorithm understanding that, I like to see animals with empathy, and it's building that for me. I have not played Goodnight Universe, no. AI in Photoshop Lightroom to help clean up unwanted details more naturally helps a lot, but it doesn't change that all of the editing I already do beforehand, let alone taking the photo. Yes, absolutely. I was just thinking about Twisted Metal yesterday, Goon Goon. That is a franchise. I do not know why. I mean, there's a TV show out there right now. What is Sony waiting for? We need another one. Gundam Freedom says 70% of QA by AI. Crazy. Superintendent says, my experience in game dev, there was always hero syndrome. The way to move the needle despite few staff was to overwork. AI is going to let game devs feel like a hero in terms of work output, unfortunately, so I imagine its use will spread fast. It will. And it may be one of the things that... I see it being, I've said this so many times at this point, and I apologize for repeating myself, but it's going to be a huge part of sports games. Sports games are an incredible amount of work in a very constrained amount of time. And sports games are about recreating what we see in broadcast. And so I think AI is going to be, and I don't know if this is happening for next gen or whatever, but my prediction is that the AI is going to be employed so that we get photoreal faces of all the athletes that are licensed to a game. All of the environments, all of that will be photoreal rendered with the help from AI. The play-by-play announcers will record a lot, but then all of that will be re-rendered through AI so that there are, in the second-by-second plays being called with specific names of different people and like reactions that feel live, which they're close to, but AI is going to get us there, I think. And it's going to feel like you're watching the broadcast very soon with AI sports games. I think that's going to be a huge part of it. Well, Superintendent, I think, who says, can we tweak the AI model so the Jays win for once? And I think that's exactly the way that they're going to sell sports video games in the future, is you're going to be able to watch the game and press a button. And I could see the sports games being attached to broadcast subscriptions. Like if you get the NFL channel or the MLB channel or whatever, and you're watching all this stuff, I can see that you'll be able to watch a game and then play that game by pressing a button, and it's going to look exactly the same. And so if the Jays don't win the World Series, you pick it up from the ninth inning or the extra inning, and you play that, and it does, and they do win. So you can have that fantasy fulfillment. I have not played Goodnight Universe. I don't think I answered that, Eternal. I'll check that out. Winter Burrow is out already. Amazing. I want to check that out for sure. They canceled the TM project a while back, but it was live service. Yes. That was the, I forget the name of the company. They had another racing combat experience out there, which was okay. EA will make the sports game play itself. See, that's what I'm worried about, Mr. Calavera and others that are talking about AI right now, too, is that, if we go down this road too far, I was talking to somebody about this with the Star Trek holodeck, that once that, because this is the road to it, right? Like I've always envisioned that that's the zenith of where video games are going to take us. We're going to go into the danger room or the holodeck, and that was from now I feel like that was from a place of ignorance, an innocence, thinking that it would be this beautiful, idyllic kind of piece of escapism. But now I'm realizing that that's the end for us. If AIs are just creating a simulation that's one-to-one for every single person, we're never leaving. We're only going to live in this fantasy that we're envisioning, because by the time that's available, speaking to the computer or just thinking your thoughts, and the computer will understand that will also be available. And so we will be in this state of altered consciousness being driven by computers, and it's going to be a trap for all of us. We're all going to be trapped in our own little, version of whatever AI overlords are being sold to us. And so that's one of my concerns about AI having too much control over the creative, is that it's just going to get narrower and narrower, and it already is. Like, we're already so isolated in our programming and our tastes, and we're not watching things together. We're all on our own screens, and look what's happening to the box office. It's all correlation, there is a real sort of move to just drive us into our cocoons, and we don't connect around our entertainment. And it can all be cherry-picked. All of that data can be cherry-picked by algorithms and exploited against us. But I don't know where the hell capitalism goes. Like, who buys anything if we have that amount of escapism in our, available to us at all times. Plus, we also have the tools to make it. And who owns it, and who serves it, and who's. I mean, it's very Ready Player One. It's very holodeck. It's very, maybe society shifts into a whole new, way that we coexist with computers and with each other, and jobs are different and all of that. But it's a very profound thing to think that computers we just give the reins to computers, and they just generate, our altered consciousness. It's just it's a really trippy thing. It's like the Matrix a little bit. It's weird, but I don't like, where's the money? Like, who makes the stuff? Like, who makes the money when we tell the computer to make something? And how does copyright work in that kind of world, Den's Mode says, that's what we are, bots in a simulation. That's crazy. All right. Hey, Vic, just finished watching your Black Ops 7 video and genuinely couldn't stop laughing with you trying to figure out how to just play it solo. Now everyone is talking about how bad it is. Varuna, oh, it's insufferable. There's so many huge mistakes. John Connor has entered the chat. I know, seriously, right, Stephen Watts? All this talk of AI makes me that much more appreciative of the weekly EP Classic episodes, like a cozy blanket, Superintendent. Truthfully, man. And you guys, I've been fighting the fight to try to, spin up what we've done forever again for a long time here, and it just feels like the industry has lost the freaking plot on the idea that people make this stuff and they should be communicated with. Today I tweeted out the last words basically from a developer that's been with us for a long time. I think Rebecca Heineman is her name, and she's one of the co-founders of Interplay. And she's about to pass away because she's got terminal cancer, and so rest in peace. And I was very sad to read that, but it always brings it back that we are letting a lot of these people just disappear into, we're just not conscious of them and their work. We just don't know who they are, unless they filter up in some marketing video. And when we watch CP Classic together, it's like, yeah, that's how it was supposed to be. We're supposed to be out there talking to these people every week. We're supposed to be hearing from them. We're supposed to be understanding that humans make this stuff. And I think we're so far removed from that. It's just this giant machine. It's like we reverted back to what precipitated me pitching EP, which was, I think people think that there's just this big lever and a cartridge comes out and they can pop it into their machine. And I'd like to meet the people that actually put this stuff together. And we don't do that at all now. And I think that's really sad. It's really sad. That's a lot to think about concerning AI. I agree with what you're saying there, Miroku. Thank you so much. And thanks for being a member for 53 months. Yeah, I mean, I'm acutely aware of, and God, I'm a huge proponent of what technology can do for this world. I'm a huge fan of tech. My career has been to document it and to talk about it and how tech and art intersect and how amazing the tools are and the creativity is of the people that harness those tools to make things that make our life more interesting. I just love all of that. But now I feel like it's getting away from us a bit. I feel like we're letting non-creative people control all of the decisions around creativity. And that's not the way it should be. It's not the way it should be. I'm blown away by the unbelievable chutzpah and talent of companies like ILM. And how they were building things that didn't exist to solve problems and to create illusions that we believed in. And they did that again and again and again. And they had this principle of like pursuing different strategies and applauding them and not bottling people up and celebrating their art and their craftsmanship, and also taking all of those lessons and all of those different disciplines and bringing them together to make things that change the world, And they did it again and again and again, and they really kind of led by example in the visual effects industry and the special effects industry, and that's just remarkable. And now what are we going to do? We're going to, type in a sentence and people will have lightsabers and they'll fly and we'll watch us create a space battle, and that's what we're gonna see. It's not the same. It's not the same. Sora AI is under heavy legal pressure to take down all content. Yeah. Anyways, I mean that's been my my life's calling, is to go and meet these people that were champions for me, and most of them I knew their work and didn't know their names, and I was able to go out and meet them and put names to their work and ask about their passions and their inspirations and I'm so grateful that that's what I have been able to do, and I do. I love it, I'm so inspired by the inspired, I really am. Like I feel so taken by people that have an ambition to create. It's so pure. It's so beautiful, And I feel like AI, if we just let it go, if we just let these greedy people just, let it just squeeze into every part of our life, I don't know what that means to real creativity, you know? I think we're going to see a lot of like, oh, that's cute. Oh, yeah, that's neat. Well, yeah, that's cool. And I don't want that. I want freaking profound, like, holy shit, did you see that? I want that. I want to play that. I want to go to the theater and see that. I want to watch TV. You know how I freak out when I'm watching TV and it's something I can't believe what I'm seeing? I put my hands straight up in the air. I'm one of these kinds of guys where I'm like rubbing my hands together and I'm like, it's like I'm sweating and like cannot believe what's happening in front. That's what I want, you know? And I think we're in for a whole bunch of like, it's pretty neat. And I don't know. Well, you can make that, Stephen Watts. All right, you guys, let's play some more games here. Let's go. Somebody said saturate. Hold on. I got to read this comment here. Mr. Calavera says, I feel like I've just become saturated with the same material because AI needs human creation to copy form. Well, I mean, maybe what we're building is some kind of hybrid species that's half computer, and maybe the cyborgs is our future. And in that case, maybe we just can't comprehend what the entertainment of the future is going to be. Who knows? But I can tell you guys, like, and some of you will definitely are old enough to, see my point of view here. But I'm a child of the 80s. Like, the 80s was when all the stuff was happening that was really powerfully meaningful to me. Like, it was the movies and the games and the TV shows and the music. All of that stuff was blowing my mind back then. And what I've seen since the 80s, because it was kind of like the maturing of the blockbuster. The blockbusters really happened. Planet of the Apes was one of them, but I think Jaws was really the next massive one. And then Star Wars, of course, and Close Encounters and Superman. But the 80s was like, oh, we got this nut cracked, man. We've got this figured out. We know how to make these blockbusters. And Hollywood spent the money, and the music industry spent the money on music videos, creating wave after wave of, and there wasn't a billion channels to connect people through. Cable was just coming on. So there was this meeting point for tens of millions of people around pop culture that's a little more elusive these days. But consequently, there was a lot of very impactful media that was created. Games, movies, TV, music, books in the 80s. And to bear witness to that was unbelievable. Like, it was so weird. Like Road Warrior and Lethal Weapon and Die Hard and Predator and Alien and Blade Runner and like all of these iconic brands were manifested. Final Fantasy, Mario, all of this stuff was just like a flood, a torrent of this eternal creativity. And I think since the 80s and the 90s as well, that also was a pretty profound decade. We've been chasing that dragon again and again and again and again and again, where there's been so much derivative work based on ideas that were presented back in the 80s and the 90s. And AI is like the precursor of that. Like, AI is like the digital manifestation of that, Like we started this stream talking about Running Man not doing very well, and I think that there it is. Like, the Running Man, and it is different. Like, Edgar Wright did take some big choices that made it very different from the Schwarzenegger film, but people didn't want it. They don't care. And it's because everything feels like it's a remake or a rehash or a sequel to what we've already seen. And that's exactly what AI is going to make for us. And it's like we trained our computer algorithms and systems to look at pop culture and say, well, make more pop culture like this. And it's making the same thing that we were already making as humans in the most cynical way to frame it. But you know what I'm saying? It's like we set the tone. It's like, yeah, okay, cool. We'll just keep making what we've already made over and over and over again. People will love it. But I don't think they will. The music's incredible. Absolutely. Oh, I made it to another level. I thought I was out. Okay.
Always rushing on the run. Alone, the wish keep on walking, searching for one place where my fears can stay the night. Rain is falling, keeps on coming.
Saddened at Nintendo greed for GKC, as Nintendo YouTuber highlighted, you can't online multiplayer with one copy since Switch 2 Splatoon needs 2 now. Game key cards. As Nintendine YouTuber highlighted, you can't. Thanks for being a member, Matthew Nugent. Thank you so much, my friend. And so you're pissed off at the game key card, and you can't online multiplayer with one copy since Switch 2. And so the game key cards, but also they've done the digital game cards as well, I think maybe in an effort to stop that. Because you could do online co-op in Animal Crossing based around owning one copy. But I guess you can't do that anymore. Yeah, Nintendo's navigating... I mean, they're making all the money, but they're navigating this online space right now for sure. And, I don't know how much the feedback matters to Nintendo, but I think it's worth it tweeting at them and sending them how you feel about this stuff. Do it politely. But they do, every once in a while, they do those surveys. They send them out to Nintendo subscribers, and they ask people how they feel about specific things. So I say let them have it. Let them know. Be polite, though. Doesn't help your cause, any cause, to be belligerent about any of this stuff. I feel like there's too much toxicity around every decision that these companies are making, and that I think it must just drive some of these executives a little bit nuts. But maybe some of them should be driven a little bit nuts. Did I also see Back to the Future re-release on October 31st? I didn't see... I saw that it was re-released, but I didn't go out to see the re-release. Our family watched that film not too long ago. We showed it off to our daughter, and she freaked out. She loved them. We watched all 3 films, one after another, over a course of a few nights. It was amazing. Goon says, I want to see Running Man, but I can wait for it. Huge backlog. I mean, that's the reality. We are all already inundated with entertainment now. What are we going to do when we crank AI content to 11, And we speed up the development of everything, and it costs a lot less to make everything. Like, where are people going to find all that time? Maybe we don't have jobs. Maybe that's all we do is we watch stuff. Maybe the studios pay us to watch and play things. I mean, I don't know. I feel like the way money is made around stuff is just going to change. It's going to get weird, man. Not like it's not already weird, but it's gonna get really weird. Oh. I sure do miss the era of offline games. Don't you guys? I love the convenience of our digital age, but just the idea of popping in a cartridge or a disc and it just works, I sure miss that. We didn't know how good we had it. The ridiculous menu structure of Call of Duty bears that out, man. It's obnoxious how much BS you have to like navigate through to just like set the game up the way you want it to. Speaking of cartridges, I am going to be receiving my analog 3D finally. It's finally coming in. I don't know when yet. I might have the shipping notification in my email. But I can't wait to stream some N64 cartridges that I own that are not on the Nintendo Switch Online membership yet. Diddy Kong Racing. Oh! There we go.
Don't you cry, you know I'll be there. Wash you away, rain on a cloudy day. When I deserve to live this life, we will get through every fight.
This is amazing.
Wash you away, rain on a cloudy day. When I deserve to live this.
They must have had so much fun putting this together. Yeah, this game will shine in VR. Hell yes, it will. 33, good to have you here. Oh, right on. You're getting this in Deadpool VR tomorrow. Terrific. Yeah, it's out tomorrow, isn't it, Deadpool? Yeah, I guess I'll be playing that this week. Can't wait. Vic, frustrating because it's still one digital copy can allow two users to play online on PSN, like for games like Street Fighter 6, Tekken 8, The Division, for Nintendo to force repurchase. Yeah, I mean it's not cool. Let them know that. Matthew, send them a nice tweet, you know? Let them know that. Oh, John Yomtop, I wish you lived like 45 minutes away, not a whole country away. We would totally do that, man. Oh, dude. Okay, I want to go to the front end here and see what other modes we might have here. So there's standard and survival. Challenges can be played once. Okay, gotcha. And then what else do we have? So there's, what's Lumipon? What is this? Spend the pawn you've acquired in various modes on items to customize your Lumi and stand out from the crowd. Oh, this is to customize my little character? Oh, it's like a gotcha ball thing here? Okay. Okay, this is... Oh, Greedy! That's amazing! We used to be... our company used to be called Greedy Productions. Because, and I'll tell you the backstory on Greedy Productions, because I got asked that a lot, especially at banks. I was a waiter as I was coming up with the idea for Electric Playground, and I was asking for a ton of shifts because I was trying to raise as much money as I could to, buy game systems and whatever computers, whatever tech we needed to be able to make our website and our TV show, and as much as we could afford. And the manager at one point turned to me and said, "Man, you're really greedy," because I kept asking for, I'll take as many shifts as you can put me on for a week. And then his name is Kevin, and Kevin smiled and he said, but in a good way. He wasn't really trying to insult me or anything. And I'd never been called greedy in my life before, and I thought, okay, well, that stuck. And then I just thought it was really tongue-in-cheek and playful and a little sassy. Could have called ourselves Sassy Productions, but I said, yeah, Greedy Productions, that's the name of the company. And it went for a while, but then it got a little weird when we were like 10 years or 15 years into making TV, maybe less, and we were, making 2 daily TV shows and had documentaries everywhere, and we were very prolific. We had a lot of things going on. And to be still called greedy at that point felt not a great move for us. So we just changed it to EP Media. K16, that cleared up a curiosity I've had for years. Awesome. Oh, of course, 3-3. Thanks for being here. Oh, and John Yomtov, yeah, Gene Simmons actually did, because our logo, which you can see in EP Classic, it started off as a money bag coming down. And Gene Simmons has a money bag logo of some kind in his part of the thing. But it was always based on a cartoon money bag, like something you'd see in Bugs Bunny cartoons or whatever. It was not meant to infringe on his copyright. But anyways, he must have been watching our show one night, and he got his lawyers to send us a cease and desist on the logo that we had for Greedy Productions, not the name or anything. He just didn't want the money bag thing. So we had to change the way that we did that. Because I wasn't going to fight Gene Simmons. I wasn't going to fight him in court or something. I think I saw him at Comic-Con. And I think he was staring at me. I do remember. I think I did see him passing by. Yeah. Anyways. All right. Oh, I don't know, Ron Loco. What's my favorite episode of Electric Playground? I don't know. I think some of my favorite segments are the Battlefront segments that we did, where Jeff was hosting and I was directing. We did it for the first 1 and 2 Battlefront games from Pandemic. Those were really fun because we got the Golden Gate Garrison and I forget the overall name of the Stormtrooper fans that are out there. They make their own costumes and stuff. We had support in San Francisco and their support in Los Angeles. And so I was directing these huge team of people pretending to shoot blasters and have lightsaber battles, and it felt like we were making a mini episode of a Star Wars show or something like that. It was so much fun. Eternal CMO. You know the old saying, right? If you love what you do, it's not really work, right? But yes, I do have to be cognizant of time just flying by, especially with games and all that. That's why the move to streaming more and doing reviews on the run every week has actually been very helpful. Okay, welcome to Luminous Rise. Let's use this block to make a 2x2 square of a single matching color. Okay. So we get a little bit of a Any 2x2 squares will make that clear when the timeline passes over them. Okay. So this is actually the, this is explaining what actually is happening when you're playing the game. Okay. Okay. Ron Loco, I love Tomb Raider. I love that franchise. I was blown away by what Crystal Dynamics and Eidos Montreal did over the last trilogy. It was unbelievable. So much fun. All right. Okay. That's fine. We can. I kind of know what's going on. We played many hours of this. Okay, so those are some of the missions. They're training you on stuff, okay? And then you've got playlists. Oh, this is cool. So there's a lot of music I have not unlocked. Okay, cool. And I can customize my guy. Oh, okay, cool. That's cool. There's a lot that I can unlock here. Clear 50,000 squares. Okay, so I've got a lot more to play here, clearly. This is beautiful, man. Didn't I unlock one of these? Oh, it's Dave the Diver. That's great. Oh, and there's the Tetris one. Let's put the Tetris one there. Cool. Gotta put Greedy in there. Come on! Why wouldn't they just bounce to the words that are unlocked? There it is. Okay. This could be a little more elegant right here. Greedy Mountaineer. They gotta add producer in there. Sweet. All right, let's check out our little multiplayer here. Oh, so all these people are playing online right now. Cute! Great. I didn't know how this would go as a streaming experience because it's a puzzle game. So generally, these are kind of games that you get lost into on your own. But I think this has been a really fun game to show off. It's just so trippy. Enhance killed it again. We are lucky to have a company like Enhance make games like this, man. I have to check this out on... is this on MetaQuest 3? I want to check this out on the Quest. Yes. Oh my God, this is great. Anybody picking this up based on checking it out? This is a no-brainer to me, man. This is gold. I think if you have a Steam Deck, well, it's on the Switch. I think if you've got a handheld, this is like a... you need it. You know, like it's like handheld candy right here is what this is. I'm gonna be listening to this soundtrack, man. This is freaking great. Yes. love the shimmer time to the music. It's so good. Oh, am I out? Oh, I'm out. That's so cool. Okay. I want to watch the opening of Blade. I know, right? Superintendent, yeah, it's not Recreation. That was so exciting. That was such a fun game. That is such a fun game. Okay, leaderboard league. So what do? Do I walk up and can I customize myself anymore? I don't think I can. Okay. So quick battle. I think they're having some communication issues right now. Matchmaking in progress. We're gonna do one multiplayer thing here. Vic has entered what we gamers call the zone. It's only on PlayStation and Steam. Dens Mode 3. Oh no! I was hoping to check this out on Meta. I'm still a big fan of the Meta Quest. It's just so easy. I don't think the matchmaking is working right now. Feels like they can still do a little bit more in here. So really it's about the journey, guys. They're having some online issues, it looks like. Cryptic, I still have to play some a little bit more. I've got a pretty good handle on everything. I'll have my review very soon for you guys, though, of Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Yeah, it looks like the multiplayer is not really working right now. Something's up. What's this now? Burst battle. Let's go. Let's see if I can play. Okay. I'll just join a rank. Let's see if somebody's... Yeah, there's something up. All right. Well, I tried. You know, I think that's good. That's a good taste of Luminous Arise. You rose with me on Monday morning to check out this game together, and I appreciate that very much. Thank you for watching, everybody. I'll have reviews on this, Call of Duty, and something else that I'm not allowed to talk about yet. Very soon for you. I've been playing some fun things, okay? Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for being a supporter of Electric Playground by hitting that subscribe button on YouTube and the follow button on Steam. Thank you for our long-term members and long-term subscribers on both of our channels. Couldn't do this without you guys, and I'm eternally grateful. Thank you for just spreading the word and sharing the fact that EP is alive and well, and we're covering games like crazy. And EP Classic returns with Season 7, Episode 10, with a new episode premiering on Saturday, and we are working our way towards the premiere of Classic Reviews on the Run / Judgment Day episodes for you in 2026. So we're going to have a lot of classic stuff and a lot of new stuff heading your way. Thank you for subscribing. Thanks for your support. We will see you soon. And until then, play forever.